Welcome to Breathe with Caroline, and for this session we're going to extend our exhalation. So try to make our breath out a little bit longer than our breath in. This can be really helpful for anxiety, for worry, for overwhelm, for not being able to get to sleep. So lots of uses and a really helpful breathwork technique to have at your fingertips. So to begin with, you may like to check you're comfortable, whether you're sitting or lying down. You might also like to notice your breath in this moment if that feels okay for you. Maybe, as you breathe in, you're aware of the parts of your body moving as you inhale and then exhale. You might like to notice the rhythm of your breath. Does it feel fast or slow or somewhere in between? You may already sense that your inhalation or your exhalation is longer. And then finally, you could describe your breath as a texture. So you might be familiar with sandpaper. Does it feel a little bit bumpy, or pebbles? Maybe it feels soft and smooth, like satin or silk. And maybe you're beginning to form a picture of how your breath feels right now. And there's no wrong or right answers to any of these questions, as we're all unique. We can sense our own unique breath print and how our breath and our breathing rhythm feels right now. So as with all my recorded sessions, making sure you feel comfortable where you are, and also knowing that you can pause, you can rest, you can stop, you can change position at any time. You might like to now begin to invite your shoulders to soften and drop a little further. Maybe you can gently release any tension around your jaw. That might be rolling your tongue around the inside of your mouth, stretching your cheeks. Perhaps you'd like to take your fingertips and gently massage your jaw area, bringing your fingers just below your cheekbones and applying some gentle pressure, maybe creating some circular motion there. And then when you feel ready, bringing yourself back to stillness and sealing your lips and trying to breathe in and out through your nose. In the Breathing Well sessions, I described how we try to breathe in through our nose because we have the nasal hairs in our nostrils acting like filters. And we have areas in the nose that help to cleanse, to warm, to moisten our inhalation so that when that breath reaches the lungs, it's clean and healthy. So as much as you can at this point, breathing in and out through your nose. And we'll begin here trying to make our breath a little deeper. So if it feels possible for you, can you begin to sense your breath travelling a little further down? And to do this, you might find it helpful to guide your breath with your hands. So you could take your hands to the base of your rib cage, the last 2 or 3 ribs, the area that is protecting the lowest parts of your lungs. You may find it's okay to bring your thumbs to the back of your body, fingers to the front, and feel into your rib cage expanding as you breathe in, and softly retreating back as you breathe out. It's almost like a flaring action. If it's helpful, you could visualize a jellyfish or an opening and closing umbrella. Breathing in, expansion. Breathing out, contraction. And we're going to be here for another 6 to 8 breaths, around a minute. Working with your own breath, your own rhythm here. Encouraging your shoulders to be restful, your jaw to be restful too. And your breath to travel in and out through your nose. You may be beginning to notice some changes in your breath, maybe where it's moving to, or the rhythm of your breath, or perhaps even the texture. But also, it's always possible that nothing has yet changed, and that's okay. So if you would like to continue, I'd like to invite you here to begin to think about extending your exhalation. So when we breathe well, we breathe in and out through our nose, and we're hoping to nurture that when we're not thinking about our breath. And what we can do in our breathwork practices is try different techniques to benefit our overall health and well-being. So for this extended exhalation technique, we can breathe out through our mouth, through pursed lips. I sometimes like to describe this as if we're imagining a candle flame, and we're blowing at the flame, but trying not to blow the flame out. So it's a really gentle, slow, steady exhalation through the lips. So if you find that visualization helpful, you might like to imagine a candle flame. And in your own time, as you breathe in through your nose, gradually encouraging your breath to travel out through your mouth. Soft, slow, perhaps imagining you're blowing at the candle flame you have in your mind, but that flame is just flickering. It's not going out. And sometimes this breathing technique can make us feel a little lightheaded or dizzy. It's really normal. And you can decide whether you'd like to pause or stop. Or maybe you feel okay to continue and just see if that sense passes. Encouraging your jaw to remain soft as you focus on a new breathwork technique. Shoulders relaxed. Breathing in through your nose and gently out through your lips. And as much as you can, sensing, feeling your ribcage expand as you breathe in and gently shrink back as you breathe out. Taking 2 to 4 more rounds here in your own time. And when you feel ready, bringing yourself back and your breath back to flowing in and out through your nose. And if you'd like to, you could check in again with your breath print, where your breath is moving to, perhaps the rhythm of your breath now. And maybe also the texture. Reminding yourself there's no wrong or right answer. But hopefully you're finding your awareness here and noticing how your breath maybe has changed a little, maybe a lot, since we began this session together. And if it's been helpful, if you found it beneficial, practicing it again in your own time. As with all breathwork practices, the more we do them and take a bit of time to practice them, the more we are able to draw on them when we need them. They're there, easy to turn on. So finding pockets, if you can, throughout your day to take time to practice, and it could be a minute, just boiling your kettle. It could be as you're trying to get to sleep.